Welcome to our comprehensive guide on the climate for ICSE Class 10. In this video, we'll break down the key factors that shape our climate, explore the different seasons, understand the distribution of rainfall, and dive into the fascinating monsoon mechanism. We'll also discuss the pressing issue of climate change and its far-reaching effects. Whether you're preparing for exams or simply curious about how our environment works, this video will provide clear explanations and real-world examples. Let's begin our journey by understanding what climate really means and why it's so important for life on Earth. Climate refers to the average weather conditions of a region over a long period, typically 30 years or more. Unlike weather, which can change from day to day, climate gives us a bigger picture of what to expect in a particular area. Factors like temperature, humidity, rainfall, and wind patterns all contribute to a region's climate. Understanding climate helps us predict agricultural patterns, plan infrastructure, and even prepare for natural disasters. As we move forward, keep in mind that climate is shaped by a combination of natural and human-influenced factors, making it a dynamic and ever-changing aspect of our world. Several key factors influence the climate of a region. These include latitude, altitude, distance from the sea, ocean currents, and the presence of mountains. Latitude determines how much sunlight an area receives, while altitude affects temperature. Proximity to the sea can moderate temperatures, and ocean currents can warm or cool coastal areas. Mountains can block rain-bearing winds, creating dry regions on their leeward sides. Each of these factors interacts in complex ways, shaping the unique climate patterns we observe across India and the world. Latitude is one of the most significant factors affecting climate. Areas closer to the equator receive more direct sunlight throughout the year, resulting in warmer climates. As you move towards the poles, sunlight becomes less direct, leading to cooler temperatures. In India, the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of the country, contributing to the diversity in climate from north to south. This variation in latitude explains why southern India is generally warmer than the northern regions, especially during winter. Altitude, or the height above sea level, plays a crucial role in determining climate. As altitude increases, temperature generally decreases. That's why hill stations like Shimla and Darjeeling are much cooler than the plains even during summer. The air becomes thinner and less able to retain heat at higher elevations. This is why mountainous regions often experience snowfall and have a different climate compared to nearby low-lying areas. Altitude also influences the types of vegetation and wildlife found in a region. Distance from the sea or continentality significantly affects a region's climate. Coastal areas like Mumbai and Chennai experience moderate temperatures throughout the year due to the influence of the sea. The sea heats up and cools down more slowly than land, which helps regulate temperature extremes. In contrast, inland areas such as Delhi often face hotter summers and colder winters. This difference is why coastal cities tend to have more stable and pleasant climates compared to places far from the ocean. Ocean currents are like rivers flowing within the oceans, and they can be warm or cold. These currents influence the climate of coastal regions by transferring heat. For example, the warm Gulf Stream raises temperatures along the western coast of Europe, while the cold Labrador Current cools the eastern coast of Canada. In India, the Indian Ocean currents play a role in shaping the coastal climate, especially during the monsoon season. Understanding ocean currents helps explain why some coastal areas are warmer or cooler than others, even at similar latitudes. Mountains act as natural barriers to the movement of air masses. When moist winds hit a mountain range, they're forced to rise, cool, and condense, resulting in rainfall on the windward side. The leeward side, however, receives much less rain and is often dry, a phenomenon known as the rain shadow effect. In India, the Western Ghats receive heavy rainfall during the monsoon, while the Deccan Plateau, lying in the rain shadow, remains relatively dry. This interaction between mountains and winds is a key factor in the distribution of rainfall. India experiences four main seasons: summer, monsoon, retreating monsoon, and winter. Each season brings its own unique weather patterns and plays a vital role in agriculture and daily life. Summer is characterized by high temperatures and dry weather, while the monsoon season brings heavy rainfall and cooler temperatures. The retreating monsoon marks the withdrawal of rains, and winter is known for its cool and dry condition. Understanding these seasons helps us appreciate the diversity and richness of India's climate. Summer season in India typically lasts from March to June. During this time, temperatures soar, especially in the northern plains where they can exceed 40 degrees C. The days are long and dry, and heat waves are common. In some regions, the hot, dry winds known as Lu blow across the land, making conditions even more challenging. Despite the heat, summer is also the time when farmers prepare their fields for the upcoming monsoon, hoping for good rains to support their crops. Monsoon season from June to September is the most awaited time of the year in India. The southwest monsoon winds bring heavy rainfall to most parts of the country, cooling the land and replenishing water sources. This season is crucial for agriculture, as crops like rice and sugarcane depend on the rains. The arrival of the monsoon is often marked by thunderstorms and a sudden drop in temperature. However, excessive rainfall can also lead to floods, affecting millions of people. Retreating monsoon, or post-monsoon season, occurs from October to November. During this period, the southwest monsoon winds weaken and withdraw from the country. The weather becomes dry again, and temperatures start to drop, especially in northern India. However, some regions like Tamil Nadu receive significant rainfall from the northeast monsoon during this time. The retreating monsoon marks the transition from the rainy season to the cooler winter months. Winter in India lasts from December to February. The temperatures drop, especially in the northern plains and Himalayan regions where frost and occasional snowfall are common. The days are shorter and the air is dry and crisp. In contrast, southern India remains relatively warm and pleasant. Winter is an important season for growing crops like wheat and barley, as the cool temperatures and clear skies create ideal conditions for agriculture. Rainfall in India is not evenly distributed. Some regions like the Western Ghats and northeastern states receive heavy rainfall while others, such as Rajasthan, remain dry. The amount and timing of rainfall depend on the monsoon winds and the presence of mountains. This uneven distribution affects agriculture, water supply, and even the types of vegetation found in different parts of the country. Understanding rainfall patterns is essential for managing water resources and planning for droughts or floods. Regions in India are known for their heavy rainfall. The Western Ghats, especially on the windward side, and the northeastern states like Meghalaya, receive some of the highest rainfall in the world. Cherrapunji and Mawsynram in Meghalaya are famous for their record-breaking rainfall. These areas are lush and green, supporting dense forests and a rich variety of plant and animal life. The abundant rainfall also supports agriculture and hydroelectric power generation. On the other hand, some parts of India receive very little rainfall. The Thar Desert in Rajasthan is the driest region, with annual rainfall often less than 25 cm. These arid areas face challenges like water scarcity, limited agriculture, and sparse vegetation. People living in these regions have adapted by using traditional water conservation methods and growing drought-resistant crops. Understanding the challenges of low rainfall areas is important for sustainable development. Distribution of rainfall has a direct impact on agriculture in India. Regions with adequate rainfall can grow water-intensive crops like rice and sugarcane, while dry areas focus on millets and pulses. Farmers depend on the timely arrival of the monsoon for sowing and harvesting. Irregular rainfall can lead to crop failures, affecting food security and livelihoods. This close relationship between rainfall and agriculture highlights the importance of understanding climate patterns. Monsoon is a complex weather system that brings seasonal winds and rainfall to India. It is driven by the differential heating of land and sea. During summer, the land heats up faster than the ocean, creating a low-pressure area over the Indian subcontinent. Moist air from the Indian Ocean rushes in to fill this gap, bringing heavy rains. The monsoon is vital for agriculture, water supply, and the overall economy of the country. Onset of the monsoon usually begins in early June, starting from the Kerala coast and gradually moving northwards. The arrival is marked by sudden and heavy rainfall, often accompanied by thunderstorms. The monsoon covers the entire country by mid-July, bringing relief from the intense summer heat. The timing and strength of the monsoon are closely monitored, as they have a direct impact on agriculture and water resources. Southwest monsoon winds are responsible for most of India's rainfall. These winds blow from the Indian Ocean towards the land, picking up moisture along the way. When they hit the Western Ghats, they rise and cool, causing heavy rainfall on the windward side. As the winds move further inland, they lose moisture, resulting in less rain in central and northern regions. The southwest monsoon is the lifeline of Indian agriculture. After the withdrawal of the southwest monsoon, the northeast monsoon sets in, mainly affecting the southeastern coast of India, especially Tamil Nadu. These winds blow from the land towards the sea but pick up moisture over the Bay of Bengal, bringing rainfall to the Coromandel coast. The northeast monsoon is crucial for regions that receive little rain during the main monsoon season. Monsoon does not arrive or retreat at the same time every year. Its onset, duration, and intensity can vary due to factors like El Niño, La Niña, and changes in global wind patterns. This variability can lead to droughts in some years and floods in others. Scientists study these patterns to improve weather forecasting and help farmers plan better. Understanding monsoon variability is key to managing water resources and reducing disaster risk. Monsoon season affects almost every aspect of daily life in India. From agriculture and water supply to transportation and health, the rains bring both benefits and challenges. Flooded roads, waterborne diseases, and power outages are common problems during heavy rains. On the other hand, the monsoon also cools the air, fills reservoirs, and supports the growth of crops and forests. People eagerly await the rains as they bring relief from the summer heat and support livelihood. Indian economy is closely linked to the monsoon. Good monsoon rains lead to bumper harvests, lower food prices, and economic growth. Poor or delayed rains can cause crop failures, food shortages, and inflation. Industries like textiles, sugar, and hydroelectric power also depend on the monsoon. Policymakers and businesses closely monitor monsoon forecasts to make informed decisions. The monsoon's impact on the economy highlights the importance of climate in shaping our lives. Climate change refers to long-term shifts in temperature, rainfall, and weather patterns, mainly caused by human activities like burning fossil fuels and deforestation. These changes are happening at an unprecedented rate, affecting ecosystems, agriculture, and human health. In India, climate change is leading to more frequent heat waves, unpredictable rainfall, and rising sea levels. Understanding climate change is essential for preparing for its impacts and finding solutions. One of the most visible effects of climate change is the rise in global temperatures. India has experienced hotter summers and more frequent heat waves in recent years. These high temperatures can lead to health problems, water shortages, and reduced crop yields. Urban areas are especially vulnerable due to the heat island effect, where concrete and asphalt trap heat. Addressing rising temperatures requires both adaptation and efforts to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Climate change is also altering rainfall patterns in India. Some regions are experiencing heavier and more erratic rains, while others face prolonged dry spells. This unpredictability makes it difficult for farmers to plan their crops and increases the risk of floods and droughts. Managing water resources and improving irrigation systems are essential steps to cope with these changes. Scientists are working to develop better models to predict rainfall and help communities adapt. Himalayan glaciers are melting at an alarming rate due to rising temperatures. These glaciers are the source of major rivers like the Ganga and Yamuna, which provide water to millions of people. Melting glaciers can lead to floods in the short term and water shortages in the long run. Protecting these vital water sources is a major challenge in the fight against climate change. Sea levels are rising as a result of melting ice caps and the expansion of seawater due to higher temperatures. Coastal cities like Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata are at risk of flooding and erosion. Rising sea levels threaten homes, infrastructure, and livelihoods, especially in low-lying areas. Preparing for these changes involves building stronger coastal defenses and planning for the relocation of vulnerable communities. Climate change is increasing the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, such as cyclones, floods, and droughts. These events can cause widespread damage to homes, crops, and infrastructure. Early warning systems, disaster preparedness, and resilient infrastructure are crucial for minimizing the impact of such events. Building community awareness and readiness is also an important part of adaptation. Agriculture is highly sensitive to changes in climate. Unpredictable rainfall, rising temperatures, and extreme weather events can reduce crop yields and threaten food security. Farmers are adopting new techniques such as drought-resistant seeds and efficient irrigation to cope with these challenges. Government support and scientific research are essential for helping the agricultural sector adapt to a changing climate. Climate change poses serious risks to human health. Heat waves can cause heat stroke and dehydration, while floods can spread waterborne diseases like cholera and dengue. Poor air quality linked to higher temperatures and pollution increases respiratory problems. Strengthening healthcare systems and raising public awareness are important steps in protecting communities from climate-related health risks. India is home to a rich variety of plants and animals, but climate change threatens this biodiversity. Changes in temperature and rainfall can disrupt habitats, leading to the loss of species. Forests, wetlands, and coastal areas are especially vulnerable. Conservation efforts such as protecting wildlife reserves and restoring ecosystems are crucial for preserving biodiversity in the face of climate change. Cities face unique challenges due to climate change. Urban areas are prone to heat waves, water shortages, and flooding. Rapid urbanization and inadequate infrastructure can make these problems worse. Solutions include building green spaces, improving drainage systems, and promoting sustainable transportation. Urban planning must take climate risks into account to create safer and more resilient cities. Climate change is putting pressure on India's water resources. Glacial melt, erratic rainfall, and overuse are leading to water shortages in many regions. Managing water efficiently, promoting rainwater harvesting, and protecting watersheds are essential strategies. Ensuring a reliable water supply is critical for health, agriculture, and industry. Adapting to climate change means making changes to reduce its negative impacts. This includes building flood defenses, developing drought-resistant crops, and improving early warning systems for extreme weather. Communities, governments, and businesses all have a role to play in adaptation. By working together, we can build resilience and protect our future. Mitigation involves reducing the causes of climate change, mainly by cutting greenhouse gas emissions. This can be done by using renewable energy, improving energy efficiency, and protecting forests. Individuals can also help by conserving energy, reducing waste, and using public transport. Every small action counts in the fight against climate change. Education is a powerful tool in addressing climate change. By learning about climate science, sustainable practices, and environmental protection, people can make informed choices. Schools, colleges, and community programs play a key role in spreading awareness and inspiring action. Educated citizens are better equipped to adapt to and mitigate the effects of climate change. Indian government has launched several initiatives to combat climate change. These include the National Action Plan on Climate Change, promotion of solar energy, and afforestation programs. Policies are also being developed to improve water management and disaster preparedness. Government action, combined with community participation, is essential for building a sustainable future. Climate change is a global issue that requires international cooperation. India is a signatory to the Paris Agreement, which aims to limit global warming. Countries work together to share technology, fund climate projects, and set emission targets. International collaboration is key to finding effective solutions and ensuring a sustainable planet for future generations. Communities play a vital role in tackling climate change. Local initiatives such as tree planting, water conservation, and waste management can make a big difference. Community-based disaster preparedness and awareness programs help people adapt to changing conditions. When everyone works together, the impact is greater and more sustainable. Advances in technology and innovation are helping us address climate challenges. Renewable energy sources like solar and wind, efficient irrigation systems, and climate-resilient crops are just a few examples. Smart weather forecasting and data analytics enable better planning and response. Embracing new technologies is essential for building a climate-resilient future. Each of us has a role to play in protecting the climate. Simple actions like saving energy, reducing waste, and supporting eco-friendly products can make a difference. Being mindful of our carbon footprint and encouraging others to do the same helps create a culture of sustainability. Every effort counts in the fight against climate change. The future of our climate depends on the choices we make today. By understanding the factors that shape climate, the importance of the monsoon, and the challenges of climate change, we can take informed actions. Working together at local, national, and global levels is essential for building a sustainable and resilient world. Let's commit to protecting our environment for ourselves and future generations. This video we explored the key factors affecting climate, the unique seasons of India, the distribution of rainfall, and the monsoon mechanism. We also discussed the urgent issue of climate change and its wide-ranging effects. Understanding these concepts is crucial for academic success and for making responsible choices as global citizens. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of climate. Stay curious, stay informed, and keep working towards a better future.